Hi everyone. In this lesson, we're going to be developing our knowledge of a text. Now, before we get started with the worksheets, I just want you to have a little look at this picture and maybe think about these questions. So, what do you think Nora is thinking about? Why might she enjoy sitting in this spot? And what does this tell us about how she is feeling? Pause the video here, look at the picture, think back to the story, or you can rewatch the story if you want to, and try and answer those questions. You don't have to write them down, just try and answer them out loud. Okay, we're moving on now. Today we're going to be answering questions about the story Nora and the Island, and it's going to show our understanding of the text and the vocabulary we used in it. So, some top tips for you today. Read each question twice and make sure you understand what it's asking you to do. Remember, not all questions will be about the event in the story. Some of them might ask you to copy things or ask you what a word means. And remember, the answers will always be in the text. So you can go back to the story and have a look or rewatch the video as many times as you want for the bits of the story that you need. I've got some examples here of some of the questions you might come across. So this first example says, why does Nora say that you can't lose anything where she lives? This question is a why question. So usually if it says why, it wants you to explain something. So what word will you have to use to answer this question? Yeah, you're going to have to use the word because, and that's a describing word because you're going to explain something that happens in the story. So why does Nora say that you can't lose anything where she lives? The next question that you might come across says, give one way which Nora dreams about getting over to the island. So you'll have to go back to the book and find the bit about Nora dreaming of the island. And then there might be more than one way. Just pick one and write it down on the lines about how she gets there. For year twos, it might say give two ways. Year ones, it might say give one way. So just read carefully of how many different examples you have to give. Another question you might see is quite a straightforward question. It says, what does Nora want to find? Which is in lots of her dad's books. That's just a simple retrieval question where you have to go to the story, or from what you can remember, what does Nora want to find? That's in her dad's books. Why do they go out in the boat? What are they looking for? Just write the answer on the line. Another question is a comparison question. So it says, how is Aaron's home different to Nora's? So you're going to have to compare the two places. So you have to say Aaron's home is like this, and you might use the conjunction but, which is a conjunction which we use in year two. So Aaron's home is like this, but Nora's is like that. We're not talking about how it's the same. We want to talk about how they're different. Make sure you do different there. And the last example I've got for you here says, find and copy the three adjectives in the following sentence. So remember, we need to find three of something because it says three and it needs to be adjectives, and adjectives are describing words. So find the three describing words in the text underneath. It doesn't say circle them, you've got to copy them. So copy them exactly how they are spelled on the line below. Okay, good luck with the questions. I'm sure you'll do a great job. And remember, if you need to rewatch the video, that is available on your class page for you to look at as many times as you want. Good luck, everyone.